Well, hello, Midnighters. Welcome to another episode of Midnight Reviews. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different, mainly because I've been getting a lot of requests about this product, the Loo. A lot of my viewers wanted to know how I actually detail it and how the product has held up. It's been about a month and a half since I've had it, and I just want to give a little breakdown of how I typically detail it. Okay, so before I get started on getting ready to detail this, I want to make sure that the bottom litter box is still inside as I get ready to clean it. The only reason for that is as you get ready to clean the top, a lot of the settlements will start to go through the opening and go into the bottom hole, and you don't want to be doing extra work. Next thing you want to do is kill the power. This top compartment. This will help you pull this outer top shell. We'll call that piece 1. Now on the outer shell, piece 1, there are going to be 3 hooks on it, or clips. One located in the back, one located on the left and right. You see that clip right there? Just gonna go ahead and pop it. Same thing, push, pop up. The one in the rear simply just comes right up. See how that just goes right into place? That just comes right up. Now we have the top compartment ready to lift up. This is going to be a dry run, so I'm not actually going to show you how I rinse it all out, but I'm going to show you how I disassemble this to get it ready for cleaning and detailing. The next piece we're going to do is the second shell, the gray shell, or the egg part. So there is, towards the rear of the egg, that piece. All you're going to want to do is grab that with one hand. Grab it right here, and it simply will lift straight up. After you have lifted it straight up, the third shell, which is the bottom piece, needs to be cleaned accordingly. See all the settlements, and that is just from the cat litter rolling through this unit. So what I typically like to do is use this mini brush. You can use basically any new paintbrush that doesn't have paint on it. You want to get all the kitty litter off these bearings. So after you've cleaned all that, you want to take a towel and wipe all this settlements and area clean. Now it makes sense that you've left the bag in there. As you clean all this, it's going right into the bag. All that. If you prefer, you can use a tiny vacuum to vacuum all this. To wipe it down, I simply use a Lysol disinfectant wipe. I'll take my wipe and wipe down all these areas. Get them clean and disinfected for your pet. You want to make sure all the bearings roll properly and are not stuck. If you find one that is stuck, I just recommend a really light spray of WD-40. And that should help loosen it up. But so far, after a month and a half, I've had no problems with the bearing. and the unit stays actually fairly clean. Onto the outer shell, what you just need to do is take all the litter inside the box and dump it into a trash bin. Then what works best for me is I take the entire unit and use a garden hose outside, because it's going to get a little messy and it is big, and spray it off with a hose. If there's any hard waste inside there, I typically like to use a sponge with some disinfectant soap or dish soap and give it a little scrub on the inside. It should come right off. Everything rinses pretty clean and allow it to dry. After you've cleaned the egg compartment, you need to clean the bottom tray. Clips it comes with, it has 3 clips. One right there, one right there, and one right there. A little midnight hack, folks. I found it necessary to add those clips, and I just typically use a small binder clip to hold it in place, because I found that using the clips it comes with, they would always come off and get lost inside the bin. That got very irritating. I have been using these clips and they seem to work great. I'd never lose or have to dig inside there to find a missing clip. But I still use the left and right side. I just added 1 and 2 binder clips. Another midnight tip is it comes with a charcoal filter. These work great, but if you wanted to really activate it, I recommend that you put it in direct sunlight for at least an hour and a half. That will jumpstart this bamboo to activate it, to get ready for it to absorb moisture and scent and odor. Me personally, I add a second charcoal clip and do the same with this. Put it in the sun, have it activated for at least an hour and a half, then you can put it in the compartment to absorb the moisture. Simply slide this back in. The egg compartment has to go back onto there. Not to worry about these grooves that interlock with that device. There is a way that it does detect where it's positioned. See that little metal piece? That is a sensor that tells the unit where this is in position. Once you have it in, that's in place. Make sure everything lines up. Wiggle this back and forth until it locks into those grooves that you saw underneath it. Now we have to put back the outer shell. So make sure that the clip is lined up. Don't lock it into place just as of yet, because see, you want to make sure all the clips are on and everything is lined up. Once the clips are on, go ahead and press on the top. And make sure this is lined up. Once it's lined up, just push down. Once everything is lined up, take this top piece, simply lock it back in place, and you're finished. Is press and hold the power button to turn it on. And just like that, folks, you're all finished. Hey folks, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe to this channel for more videos. This is Midnight here, wishing you and your family a very happy and positive day. Thanks again, and bye for now.